guys, it's Darlene and welcome to my channel. All right, so today is decorating for fall. So we're finishing up. For those of you that didn't see when I decorated the living room, I will go ahead and list that in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, first and foremost, if you're already subscribed to my channel, I want to say thank you so very much. If you are not yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and that way you won't miss out on any videos. All right, so as I said, I decorated the living room, coffee table, sofa table for fall last week, I think it was, a couple weeks ago. And this time I was going to concentrate on the fireplace and all of this bookshelf over here, and then show you some of the other areas that I've decorated as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to split screen so that you can see. This is what my fireplace area looked like prior to us buying this home. As you can see, the tile was a subway tile that was brown. There really was just a wood mantle, if you will, and then they just continued that tile down onto the hearth. I didn't like anything about it. I didn't like, of course, the wall color either. So we painted the wall Stonington gray like the rest of the living room, and then the tile is actually the stone. This is actually stone here. It has this gray and very sparkly. I'll do a close-up of it. I did an inexpensive tile for the hearth, so I think they complement each other. And then my contractor, we designed the mantle itself, so it has a nice big mantle. Now, one of the things that I don't like is having a TV above the fireplace. It takes away the space to decorate, but there was no other place in our home for that. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you some video here. I've talked about this before, of one of my favorite design ideas for disguising your TV, and that is basically using a screensaver or a piece of art that you could change out. You could have music play to it. If you don't have a fireplace, you could have a fireplace. See, right now I have it changing out, so you can see I just chose autumn designs. Very easy. It looks really pretty. I'll show you some pictures here. Okay, so up at the top, you guys, what I did was just under the search bar is typed in TV art, and then there's a couple ways of doing it. You can have an art slideshow, but here we go. This is what I want. Screensaver, and then boom, it's artwork. And I might change it depending on what decor I put up on the mantle. So with regards to the mantle and the fireplace and all that, let me just stop here and I'm gonna decorate it. Found the most adorable garland. It has pumpkins and green and acorns. Now we're gonna work on these bookcases. You're gonna switch them out to these. So I didn't have a lot of space, obviously, because the TV, but see how pretty that is to just have the different artwork. I really love it. Or you can have just a set piece. So I used a faux garland. I used eucalyptus leaves, and then I found this really pretty garland that had like acorns and pumpkins, and it was in the same color scheme I was looking for, and it had like beads in it, you know, it was beaded, so it gives it a little bit of bling. I used some of my favorite picks, this right here. Can I take it off without messing anything up? Yes. So this is my favorite fall pick this season. I absolutely love the colors. You have a tiny bit of orange, y'all. Those of you that watch me know orange is not my favorite color. And then we've got the greenery and a little bit of this burgundy red and of course white. So it's just got a lot of great colors that I really wanted to play off of, so it worked really well. So on each side, I'm all again about balancing. So if I have something tall on one side, I'm gonna have something tall on the other. So this is just an inexpensive lantern that also then has an apothecary jar in it, and within that jar are little things that you put in the fireplace to light your wood, like wood starters or whatever they're called. So it's also handy. On the other side, these pumpkins, I'm obsessed by. I'm gonna put a close-up picture. I have two of them. So I have the taller one here. You could put a candle, being that it's on the TV, I have a faux flameless candle on there as well. And then I have my books that I always have there, which say happy, or a happy place. And then I have a gold blessed sign. So what I did, if you saw the video, when I decorated the console table and the coffee table, what I pulled from there, I pulled up to there. So I have metal over there, I have wood over there, I have hyacinth, I have florals. I just pulled it up on to the mantle. And then back. And so this is the pumpkin. I'm totally obsessed by it. I don't want to move it because I have eucalyptus stems that I just stuck in there. but it's super, super pretty. And then I have these old bottles that I just loved, and I thought, well, they look pretty there. And then I picked up this green pumpkin because I wanted to pull, remember those beautiful green throws? I picked up another one on this side, which I'll show you. How pretty is this glass pumpkin? And I got this one off of Amazon, and I like the size of it. Again, it works perfect because I don't have a lot of height on that mantle. Okay, you guys, let's talk about the hearth. Let's talk about this side first. So on this side, I have two white candlestick holders. They're very tall, real candles in this case, and then the candle holder rings. Then on the floor, I actually have a wooden stand. This is really beautiful. So let me show you. Bring all of this up so you can see a closer look. So, I bought these. These are great. They're just little wooden stands with little feet. I have two of them. I'll show you the other one on the bookshelf. And then I picked up this sweet pumpkin from Kohl's, right online, you guys. And look how cute. It says thankful. And then I'll show you the green one that I got over there. So I just put this, and then, you know, I'm obsessed by these little wooden flowers. I do things in threes, you know that, 3s or 5s. And then I needed a place for my matches because there was no room. These are those designer matches that I'm obsessed by. So down here it goes. There we go. And I think it looks really, really cute. On this side, I have a big wicker basket. It does have a faux candle inside of it. You know, flameless, and then obsessed with these sunflowers. And apparently, look, see this is what I have to deal with. She's taken the little flower off, and now she's in the under. What do I do with her? What do I do with that cat? Let me tell you. I've got a lot of shelves, y'all. So I started with the main part. This originally, let me show you a before. This actually had wallpaper in it, and this was open. So this was not a close. We closed it in, obviously painted it, got rid of the wallpaper. These are great. Those are lantern, no, I gotta be on this side. These are lanterns, so you could put a light on them. I use them for floral. So if you notice, I already have floral for Christmas that I use every year. So I just switched it out. It's the same floral that I used on the coffee table, so use those. Then what I did was take 3 really inexpensive candlestick holders. These are awesome, you guys, off of Amazon, and then I just chose 3 really great pumpkins. Okay, so you can see I picked up another one of those gorgeous green. It's so beautiful, you guys, for fall. Hey, you stop! She's obsessed with these little flowers. So I picked up another green one. I love the 3 pumpkins. The green one in the middle, or in front, the green one is also from Kohl's, and it matches that the white one. So it has a little saying on it as well. The one in the back lights up, and so I think that those colors all go really pretty together. At the very top there is a sign that says thankful. Now on this side, I always have this Home Sweet Home box. I just changed out the florals. So they're the same florals that are in the baskets and on the coffee table. And then I have another one of those little trays with, and then what I put there, set of 3. Candle, matches, little wooden flower. Second shelf, you know me, I'm a girl that loves a tray. So this was great. I loved, and I'll show you how I filled it. So this is a cheese, it's a cheese display. So you would put your cheese in there with a cover. I filled it with pumpkins, the flowers, some greenery, some burlap, and boom, it's now fall. And then I kept the wooden chain link. Down here, I always have the bird cages, but instead of the books, I put a wooden pumpkin. And then if we kept going down, there's just some more trays, and at the very bottom is giant hyacinth baskets. Okay, on this side, the majority of the things, with the exception of the pumpkin, stay year round. But I have it white, and there's a touch of brown. So what did I do? I went out and tried to find a pumpkin that was kind of ivory, with that has that beautiful brown. Then down below, I have my little shelf of blue. So I took a little bit of it away. I put one of those picks in the little blue mason jar. That's my duck from Mystic, so it's wooden. And then I picked up a blue and brown, and a blue with brown glass pumpkin. I think it looks so pretty. And then on that third shelf, and again, everything's in trays. I think it just adds a little more interest. This is nothing really necessarily fall, but it all works. So the Faith, Hope, Love book that I normally have over here, I put laying flat instead of laying up. I have my Nest fragrance, a little bit of greenery, and then a concrete sort of jar with a bird on it. And this one actually has a mirror. That's the mirrored tray. So then I have a couple other areas. So I went really earthy, you know, browns and tans and burgundy, of earthy colors. I've never done that, and I wanted to go outside my box. Now, if we come over here, let me show you a couple other little areas. Oh, my address is on this thing here, so I need to turn it. I love these pumpkins. They have the little velvet ones in gray, and then the black and white check. So I put those ones. He is risen as a son, and then my son is a tagger. That's their mascot. And then on the other side, I've left everything alone. Sorry, my address is on this thing. And then on this side, I still have wood. I still have greenery. And so it still all goes. You don't have to redo everything like I did the living room. That's like the main living area, so I redid it. I found this pumpkin, totally obsessed. I do not know if I'll be able to find it for you, but this was at Home Goods. Look at this. Oh, I love it. I would leave it all year round. So, you know, this is one of my favorite walls, and let me back you up here. These two are just fighting. So I love this. I usually have tons of pink, which I do. So I still have my pink flowers. Not going to change it. Everything stays the same. To me, things that I wouldn't change and that I am thankful for. And so all I did was find a pumpkin that went, and then I put a pink one in here, and then one of the little, this normally had a bunch of pink flowers, so I just took that out, and I put another sunflower, and then I have that orchid that I normally have on the coffee table. I put that there. I'm going to talk about tips and tricks, my tips and tricks. So number one is pick a color scheme. Pick a color scheme that you love. For me this year, I did something completely different than I normally do. I did very earthy colors, greens and browns and slight orange. I'm not a big orange person, y'all know that. And a lot of different textures. So wood and hyacinth and ceramic and glass and metal. And so mixture textures, and pick a color scheme. And then you can slowly transition it from one room to another. So in my house, this is all open floor plan. But I don't necessarily, what I do in here, I'm not going to do over on that credenza. I'm not going to do it on that credenza because those are set in a way that I very much love. And so I'm just going to transition the colors gradually. Same thing on the shelving. And so that's number one, is pick a color. And number two is pick texture. Use lots of texture. To me, texture plays a great role, especially if you're going to go with very neutral colors. Number three, anytime you have a table or a credenza or a fireplace, what you do on one side, do on the other. Now that doesn't mean it has to be the same. No, absolutely not. It just means if you have height here, use height here. If you have light here, use light here. Doesn't mean you have to use candles. You could use, like I did on the credenza, I used a candle on one side and a light on the other. Fourth thing is think outside the box. Use things you wouldn't necessarily use for decor. I love using trays. I use charcuterie trays, I use trivets, I use cake stands, I use pedestals, I use all sorts of crazy things, and it looks great. I use the cheese dome thing, I think it looks great. And you already are using them for other things, so use them for decor as well. The fifth thing is know that you don't have to change everything. So most of the stuff on the bookshelves is still there. I've just switched out certain things of it. I didn't take everything off and start over. No. Just like I didn't with the sofa too. Well, I did to clean it, but then there's things that are there year round. So don't think that you have to change out everything. Number 6 is don't think it has to be expensive to look expensive. You can get so much great stuff from like Kohl's and Target and Amazon and Walmart, Home Goods, to name a few, and it look great, and you can use it multiple ways. My home will stay, okay, if I was a normal person and not an influencer, my home would stay decorated for these 2 months, October all the way through Thanksgiving. But you guys know that being an influencer, I have to decorate Christmas at the beginning of November so that you can see it, and if there's something you like, you can then add it into your decor. So we have to move a little bit weird, you know, a little bit different, a little bit faster. We're like the stores, you know, where they already have Christmas out. I literally just went into Home Goods and Christmas is out. I was like, wow. I was there for more pumpkins, and here we are talking about Christmas already. I was like, oh my goodness. And then the last thing, have fun, you guys. Have fun with it. Don't let it stress you out. Do what you love. That's the most important thing, and then it's gonna look amazing. I mean, if you love the color orange, go for it. I find different ways of using them. Like, we talked about using things in a different way. Those candlestick holders that I put the pumpkins on, I love that idea. I thought this would be kind of cute because I already have candlestick holders. Now I had originally bought them to switch them out on my dining room table, but I'm like, no, I like them over here with the pumpkins on them. I just think it makes such a cute little statement. I'm gonna spread them out a little bit. Let me see. I only finished decorating the day before yesterday, and yesterday I was sick. So when I came out, I was like, yesterday I was like, ooh, no, the bird cage has to go. You saw that I had the bird cage? No, bird cage had to went. It was a little too cluttered for my liking. So those are my tips and tricks. I hope they can be helpful to you guys, but most importantly, just have fun.